Yeah, I feel that.
Ass.
Temp
ass. Sorry, I was like, why did I say S that way? I was trying to think of what triggered it in my brain. That's so brain rot. I feel like I'm just like Drag Race brain rot. And
The brain
nothing
rot
else.
is so bad. The brain rot is terrible.
I'm glad that there is a term for it now because I've been Drag Race. I'm true to this, not new to this.
Yeah.
I've been Drag Race brain rot since like I started watching the show. I feel like that's a lot of me and my best friend's relationship as well as saying like random shit. Okay, that's why I was dying in the clip from the most recent episode after Mistress gets eliminated and Georges is crying and Irene's like, sister, what's up? She's like, I just feel like the competition's really starting to heat up. Irene just like screams laughing.
Like, you stupid dumb bitch.
It's so good. Like, that is so
it's
funny.
hilarious.
Because it's so like that is also like Drag Race brain rot in a different way. Like, but that's so like surreal, like breaking the fourth wall, but also like exactly what someone would say in that moment. I was dead.
When who was it that did it was Aja did the butterfly look for the reveal one.
Oh, yeah.
Right after Snatch Game. I was like, like a butterfly in a cocoon.
In a cocoon.
Like a cocoon coming down the runway and I'll be the butterfly. Like a cocoon. Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Whoosh, whoosh.
And we're just blank staring. Like a cocoon. Yeah.
That is honestly like the original like sacred text. Even down to the runway, like I'm showing them a little ass, showing them a little titious, showing them a little cut.
That a whole season is sacred text.
For real. 10 years ago, baby.
10 years. Oh, an entire season of just the best memes possible. And then Kennedy, every moment, saying something iconic. What a good season.
Simpler times.
Much simpler times. I love that season a lot.
Remember when everyone was like, that's the worst season. And now there's just so many.
Yeah, there's so many worse.
It's like, it's okay. It's all right, 7. You're fine now, boo.
There are a lot of other seasons. UK versus the World exists.
Oh.
Season 1. Season 1, baby.
Can I just say,
More sacred text. I just hated UK versus the World, baby. UK versus the world. Hi, hello, everybody. Welcome into That Sounds Gay, a podcast where we cover every season of RuPaul's Drag Race in chronological order. We are currently in Drag Race UK Season 4. My name is Jer, and our gay sound presented by Jesse today is... Stop it right now.
I feel like it went on so long before I did anything that felt like 5 minutes before I made a sound. So I was like, you need to come up with something. And then I started Bjorking. And then I bailed out of the Bjork.
You got thrown off because last week I didn't do it. I had to get my lick in about this season.
Last week you were like, hey, okay, fucking intro. I just need to say this season sucks and I hate it. I thought I liked it, but it is terrible. And we're not doing an intro.
I gotta get this in now. I gotta say my business and then move on.
But this time around, I think
I've made
you
my
don't
peace.
hate it as much.
No, I think okay. So I remember liking season 4.
Yes.
And then the first 3 episodes, I'm like, what the heck is this? Why don't I remember this being bad?
Yeah.
It was a lot like Down Under season 2, where it started out rocky and then it just gets better.
Yeah.
And I think that's where I'm at right now. It's just those first 3 were so jarring.
But at first, it kind of felt like when you love a restaurant, and then they get new management.
Very that.
And then you come back and you're like, wait, this is not my chicken curry.
What I like about this.
Yeah. But no, I feel like this is a great stretch of epis.
Yeah, this one's good. Unrelated really quick, just because the trailer dropped. You haven't watched the Meet the Queens yet for Slasion?
I have not watched the Meet the Queens. I just watched the teaser.
When Venus comes on, She says, "Oh my god!"
Oh my god.
That's her first intro line.
I love her so much.
I do too.
I was obsessed with I am here to defy the gravity inside the popcorn.
I love it.
Tying Wicked to her iconic drunk untucked moment. That was slay to me.
I absolutely
Everyone
live.
looked so good. It was
So good.
crazy. I mean, by the time this airs,
I think episode 1 will probably be happening.
I was gonna say the season's gonna be done.
Yeah.
Yuhua's already gonna be hosting regular US proper Drag Race by that point. She'll have taken over the mantle, the Kelly mantle from RuPaul.
The Drag Race brain rot. The Kelly mantle. I cannot call anything a mantle without calling it the Kelly mantle. Did you watch Willem and Courtney's R&R?
No, but it keeps getting recommended to me. It's good. It's
that
juice.
One was really good.
I really enjoy R&R. I've only watched like one episode, but I enjoyed the one I watched.
Courtney's a good host.
Yeah, I mean, she's just very like good, chill vibes. Yeah. I don't know how to say it. It's very like, it's a good bathroom watch.
I hear that.
Good, but also like in the sense that I also like, I watch it like using bathroom and then I like do my face.
Yeah.
Like, do
it's
my
nice
hair,
and chill.
you know, like I'm showering, I'm listening to it. I love a podcast in the shower moment.
Yeah.
And it's usually either siblings or that is a good one though.
Yeah. It's sort of like on the evil, good, chaotic, neutral scale.
Yeah.
It's like if Maddie is the chaotic good, Courtney is like lawful good. Like she's just a really good host and it's just chill vibes and isn't trying to like make quick digs and make jokes.
Yeah.
Where like Maddie is trying to be chill vibes but will make those digs.
I feel like there's also like, you know how if it was, I don't know, a game and they had stats.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's different stats that others like hosts have leveled up more than others. Like
Totally.
Maddie has her like journalism stat like leveled up. You know, she has her like her shade stat like pretty high up, but so does Delta.
Totally. Oh my god, Delta's such a good host.
Yeah, because there's also like more like in like question like hosting. There's more like hangout hosting as well. Like, there's the different vibes and the different styles.
Kelly's the hangout host.
She's a hangout host. She's very like ride. She's very like passenger seat with them,
Totally.
which I kind of love.
Totally.
Kelly's is so good.
It's kind of chaotic too in its own way.
No, it's so chaotic because she like just lets it be anything.
Yeah.
Which I love.
And she'll ask very non sequitur questions.
Yes. And share random crazy stories out of the blue. You're like, bitch, what the fuck? Drop like random lore and tea about her life or like when she's done with the queen she's like talking to. And I'm like, what is your life? Literally, what have you been doing the last like 20 years?
Kelly's a fascinating creature.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
We need more of her.
Of all of the UK queens, Danny's the only one that has a podcast, right?
Oh, she does.
I think she did. I don't know if she does anymore, but I don't know.
You're right, she did.
I don't know if any of the other UK queens do.
I feel like keeping up with drag queen podcasts is about as difficult as keeping up with celebrity podcasts in general. Because I feel like so many celebrities have podcasts and so many celebrities start a podcast and you hear about them starting a podcast. Like, are they still doing the podcast?
Right.
Or like, I don't know if you've ever done this where like if there's someone you like, I just search them like in the podcast app or in Spotify to see if they are on episodes of random podcasts and I'll listen to just that episode.
Yeah.
And I'll find these like 1-2 season podcasts where I'm like, what is this? When did this happen?
Yeah. That's how I was with Keke Palmer for a little bit.
Baby, this is Keke Palmer.
Yeah, that's how I found it.
Baby, this is Keke Palmer.
She's good. She's fantastic. But we are talking about UK season 4 today. Last week we talked about some fashions, some lip syncs, Old Maiden type of clothes, which gets another shout out this week, the Old Maiden comment. I feel like it was blown so far out of proportion. We talked about that last week. We're starting in episode 4, Cattyman, where Copper's message is the one that says Old Maiden as her name.
I cringe. I think I said this last week. It makes me cringe.
Me as well.
Because it's very like it's very like dad's trying to like be hip with the youngsters and make a joke. And he's like, oh yeah, you think Ryan's fleek, huh? Like, it's very that. And it's like, I hate that. It's like, don't do that.
Don't do it. We love Cheddar.
We
but
love
that was
Cheddar.
crazy.
We love the doll. Fuck Copper. No, we love Copper too. We love the misinterpreting divas of a different generation. But I'm also like, how do y'all not know this important pop culture moment
That was
that
queerness.
happened on Big Brother UK?
UK.
Like, I've never even watched Celebrity Big Brother UK in its entirety, but I know that is like, again, sacred text of a different program.
Yeah, and it was about national sacred icon Gemma Collins.
Gemma Collins, right? Because even if you don't know New York, I feel like everyone there knows Gemma.
They know Gemma.
Maybe
Cheddar
David's
doesn't,
dead. Like, do you not know about that? Like,
Again, I think we talked about it last week, but it very much felt like they just didn't want to tell Cheddar. It was like when someone misses the reference so bad that you don't want to embarrass them.
yeah,
So
you
you
don't
just
want to
don't do
embarrass
it.
mother,
Right.
But also, I hate that's like 80% of Sminty's storyline.
1000%. It feels bad. And freaking Black Peppa does that thing that the girls have been doing for the last several seasons where they cannot remember somebody's name. And she goes, I'm going to miss Ginger. And Jumper's like, Ginger? Copper?
Okay, to be fair though, I could not.
I wouldn't remember Copper's name either.
If I did not know these queens beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
keeping track in the midst of all the trauma, drama, and everything that's going on in that whirlwind, and we're only at week 3, 4 at this point,
Mm-hmm.
having to know every single queen's name
It's a lot.
actually is a lot of work because I'm bad at remembering names already.
Yeah.
In normal circumstances, under such stressful circumstances, I would be like, bitch, don't expect me to remember your name right now. I got too much on my plate.
In this intro, I wrote down that I thought it was a little crazy that Cheddar thought that she should have been in the bottom instead of Peppa to lip sync against.
Humble diva.
Right. Like, what? What do you mean you think you should have been in the bottom? Why would you nominate yourself after the fact?
Humble
It was
diva.
my fault that we did bad, so I should have been the one to send her home. Like, that's kind of what that reads to
It's
me
very
as.
Nina Flowers season 1 tea.
During the girl group, right?
Yes, she said the same thing. She's like, well, it's my fault we're in the bottom, so I should be there. And they're like, bitch, you have immunity. Be quiet.
Sit down. Be quiet, Tiffany. And I cannot tell at this point, and I've never been able to tell, and maybe this is shade, but Danny asked John Burrs, do you feel like you narrowly avoided the bottom girl? And she goes, no, because what I'm wearing is fashion, with one single bolt of fabric stapled around her waist. And I'm like, is this girl completely just like chewing up her own sauce and really thinks she's serving it? Or is she doing that thing where she's just like, I'm not going to say it's bad, so I'm just going to double down. Like, I cannot tell.
I mean, she did put some Delulu powder in the protein smoothie. But like, you know the meme where it's like the butterfly and like in front of the guy and he's like, is this? I feel like the butterfly is like a train on a dress. And Jombers is like, is this fashion?
Is this fashion?
Because I feel like the moments that she feels the most fashion are when she has 3 feet of self fabric trailing behind her. And I love that for her because I would also feel kunt
right.
if I had a waist cape.
A bolt of fabric around you. Me as well. Sminty calls Dakota Dacosta and says that at least she's not anymore. And that was freaking hilarious. So our mini challenge this week is one of those musical chair challenges. And I gotta say, of all the silly, dumb mini challenges we've had over the years, I love these kind, like this one and the ones in Philippines where they're almost like a play on a kid's game.
Totally.
I love these way better than, hey, put on drag in 5 minutes and then smash balloons with your pelvis.
No, fully. I get it.
I think it's
and
fun.
It's fun because it's also like, it's incorporating drag in a different way because they're like padding for it. So they're all padding for musical chairs. So it's like using your drag arsenal in a different application. Yeah.
Except none of these girlies thought to bring pads to Drag Race. LaFille was putting pastries in her pads as her padding.
Literally insane.
Insane.
I hate the resourceful padding, except for who was it? Was it Pixie, who was padded to perfection? She was giving like the season 4 padding challenge, where she was just like, was it her?
I think so. Or was she the one that used the breastplate?
There's one of them who literally just has like trunk.
Yeah.
Like all trunk. Like even if you like were trying to go for that chair, like you would get like black-eyed out of there.
It was a really nuts challenge. But what I did appreciate was that beautiful, thick pit crew man, because he was gorgeous. Probably one of the hottest pit crew that's been on the UK so far.
Quite stunning.
He was. And then our Maxie is to be on a chat show called Cattyman, which is hosted by Alan Carr. It's an improv, sort of Bossy Rossi, but with a better host.
It's British Bossy Rossi.
Right.
Faux show.
But the theme is cats. I hate the anthropomorphic. Could not remember that word.
What in the
anthropomorphic challenges? Like the Bachelor, the Golden Bachelor, where they had to be dogs, and then this one where they had to be cats. I'm
What's
like,
that about?
I really just don't. I don't like it. I think it's bad seeds on this earth. I wish it could just be normal. Pixie wins the mini and gets to assign the teams. So she picks Cheddar and Danny for her team, which I think was the smart move.
Yeah, she picked the juggernauts.
Picked the hard hitters. And then the other groups are Dakota, LaPhil, and Baby. And then Pepper, John Burse, and Sminty. And she says to the room that it's not strategy, but then says to everyone that she was kind of thinking that John Burse, Peppa, and Sminty were the fool. And it just worked out that they were in the middle because they were the one that she was expecting to do the worst.
Well, yes.
I only have a couple things to say about this challenge, and that is mostly about Danny, because she comes in with those whack-ass teeth, and Alan is like, oh, you thought you'd come in with comedy teeth. And she goes, actually, I did, and spits them out.
So good. Immediately yes ending. Loved it.
I love that she did that. She just rolled with it. That the whole time she was on, she pulls out that catnip bag and rubs it on her teeth like blow. She was just psychotic.
Yeah, very physical comedy, very like sight gag, very unhinged woman.
They were such a good team. And like Cheddar kept up in a really interesting way. She was funny. Pixie pulling out that entire dildo from somewhere was funny. Where like, I think Dakota was really strong. Coming out and then immediately doing that deep voice.
Yeah, she started strong. And then Sister fizzled.
She fizzled.
Sister, I'm fizzled.
But like LaPhil came in and gave nothing. It was like the Dr. Dill character, but worse.
And then I feel like this is one for the cringe vault.
Which one? This group? Or anyone in particular?
Big old titties in your face. Or whatever the fuck that song was.
And I know you want to
The
taste
way
of the pussy.
the way that she's, oh god, it literally makes me want to shed out of my skin like a reptile. Like the way that she stood up and forward to perform that a cappella to silence, and it was so diabolically bad. That is like for real, like in the cringe vault, like lock it away. Like,
Is that one of the cringe layers of hell that we haven't reached yet?
I think it's like something like
Like if Heidi's
like,
level 4.
no, I think like as you're being like shot down into hell. A la like in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when they're on the boat and there's all these visions flying past them.
Right.
I feel like as you're being, it's kind of like that meets like the trash shoot in the Grinch. But you're just like shooting down and you're getting quick flashes of like more like diet cringe to like more like moderate cringe. I feel like that is like moderate cringe.
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
that's one of the last ones before you like hit the first layer. What the first layer is, I can't say at this time, but
We've only had visions of this cringe layer of hell, but we haven't
I don't
seen
want
the
to
whole
experience it in its entirety.
I wouldn't want to either. I ironically laughed because it was so bad that it veered into what the fuck is this? And then
Lady Gaga, I have to laugh.
I have to. And then Peppa Johnbers and Sminty came in. Sminty did nothing. She froze in the weirdest way possible.
Looking a damn fool.
Looking crazy. But
Every
she did do the
move
iconic
she made
twerk.
was questionable. She did the kind of iconic twerk. It just all was so. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. It's too specific.
I love her sitting in the dark as the cameras and lights were going out, and she's just sitting there, like doesn't even think to get up and go backstage or anything.
Just disassociating.
They're shutting down the whole thing.
Think about that Chipotle.
Do you want to know another cringe layer of hell? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Do you know what is so brain rot?
Huh.
Motherfucking Irene the alien on this episode. I don't know if I've seen people talk about it. I swear I heard her say it. When they're all sitting watching the lip syncs, she goes, "Oh my god, it's the 6th lip sync."
Yes! I thought Nina Bonina.
That was so crazy to me. I was like, I can't believe she said that. Like, speaking of brain rot, that's a sis.
That's
real.
brain rot.
Oh my god, it's the 8th lip sync. Like, oh god.
I noted it mentally, but never ever brought it up because I'm like, no one will know what this is.
Because it's like, why that takes up like a large amount of the real estate of my brain, and I can't share that with most people.
Yeah. Well, because that was a huge part of Lee Dawson's videos, I think, right?
Yes. No, yes, it was a huge part of it. And so, okay, that's the thing is, I know you don't watch them as much, but now a huge part of my brain is sound bites from Mistress Isabel Brooks's YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
Because she includes things like "just as sweet as Saint Lucia," and and like hearing that every 5 minutes, like I can't get it out of my brain. Like something crazy will happen. I'm like, oh, just as sweet as Saint Lucia.
I feel like you said
me
that
when my
last
car
week.
died. Like me when my transmission failed and I had to get a new car. Like, oh, just as sweet as Saint Lucia. Like, it's like really, God. Okay. Anyways, I totally hijacked whatever you were about to
The
say.
brain rot is so bad.
It's terrible.
I mean, my brain rot was so bad that when Abracadabra came out, and it was the feel the heat on my sizzling meat, the floor's on fire.
Oh my god.
And then everyone listening will be like, what is that from? Katya,
The
season
same people.
7. I was going to say, do you want to know another cringe layer of hell that you haven't experienced?
Yes.
More Drag Race Thailand lore that I keep dropping. They do an interview challenge in like top 4 or 5. And one of the girls finishes early. Like insanely early. And she's like, all right, and that's our show. And then stops. And the producers are like, you still have 5 minutes. And she's gotten up and she's like ushering the guest to the backstage. And he's like, should we sit back down? And Spicy Sunshine is just standing there like, I mean, I guess, what should we talk about? And like has him sit, and then she like kind of just,
Oh,
it's so uncomfortable.
Oh, no.
And like they just sit there for like a couple seconds. And I think the guest is eventually like, you know what? Maybe we should just stop. Like she already said that she was done. Let's just let her be done.
You can always count on an interview challenge to bring some serious crazy cringe.
Crazy cuckoo cringe. More Drag Race brain rot. And then our runway category for this week is Love Your Hair, Hope You Win. Interesting category.
Love your hair.
Hope you
The
win.
main event.
Dakota's getting more storyline here. She's talking about more about her sibling and her relationship with her grandma and how
Yeah.
she like held all this space for them to both be queer in her house. And it's like the camera very clearly loves Dakota. She gets such a strong edit, like she's gonna win the whole thing.
She really has a main character edit for real.
Like Danny takes up a lot of space in the room just energy wise, but the camera and the edit keeps focusing on Dakota. Our guest judge is Allison Hammond, and I know her from Bake Off.
I love Allison Hammond.
She's so fun.
She is so freaking hilarious. I'll have to show you a compilation of her because I think she still is or was on a news kind of show, like a Good Morning show. But she had a lot of things where she was there like on scene girly.
Okay.
And she's just so naturally funny.
Yeah.
And like insane, like in the best way.
Yeah.
She's just such a hoot. I adore her.
I've seen her so much when Jake's watched Bake Off, and I just
yeah.
love her energy. She's just a good time gal. Did you have any particular standouts from this runway? It's kind of I feel like they may have gotten a different prompt than what we were told.
Then love your hair, hope you win.
Yeah, because like a lot of these don't. I mean, they've got hair incorporated in them. It's almost like hairball.
Well, it's like some are like statement hair, some are hair outfits, some are like.
It doesn't curl your hair.
It doesn't curl my hair.
Like for me, I really love Cheddar's Cheshire Cat, and then I enjoy the hairball that was on the runway.
Yeah.
And then I also thought the other one for me was Sminty because I am a slut for Mothman.
Yeah.
So any like, I don't know, human versions of a moth are just so cool to me.
Yeah.
Any moth people at all, I'm like, yes, I'm here for that. Little Anna King fingers, like, yes,
Ding,
cariño.
ding, ding, ding. Yeah, no, I was here for it, and I would say, yeah, for me, it was probably Sminty and then Black Peppa.
Yeah, Peppa's
I
is
liked
cool.
Black Peppa. It was giving me very, like, hair show, meets, like, retro glamour. I loved it, and she looked very, like, I feel like it was a little less, like, conceptual than stuff she does in a good way, because I feel like a lot of stuff she does, like, her styling is a little more like out there, so it's nice to see that really kind of classic gorgeous styled like waved wig around her to frame her face. Like she looks so good. And then Sminty's was just such a moment. Loved it.
Yeah, it was great. I love Peppa's as well, and I love that there were even like the little, what are these, like either nipples or nipple tassels that are on it. I think that's really fun.
Gorgeous nipples.
But I wish so bad that this diva would get some fashion tape. We have a fashion emergency, Bradley. We need fashion tape. Because the front of the corset was just like dangling off, like it was built with a breastplate in mind.
Yeah.
And then did not incorporate one, so it's just so loose.
Yeah.
And I wish desperately this girlie would just put some fashion tape on, you know, just to hold it close to her body.
No, I get that.
But I did like it otherwise.
Yeah, other than that.
Other than
the
that.
hollow titties.
Dakota, Peppa, and Johnbers are all called as safe. And I feel like this is 100% a moment where they could have just been like, the three of you, Danny, Cheddar, Pixie, are the winning team. Danny, you're the winner. All of you are up for elimination. Like, I feel like that this easily could have been one of those weeks.
Yeah.
I found it odd that they didn't do that.
That reminds me, I did like Dakota's look.
Oh, yeah, Dakota's was fun.
I liked her interpretation. It's very like drag made out of household things, like as a child, like the curtains wrapped around and all that, which was very much the inspo.
Yeah.
But I thought it was done well.
It was really cute. And I would have liked for her to get some positive critiques, even if like it was you're all up for elimination. You could all be the bottoms. I think that Dakota and Johnbers could have gotten some positive critiques for their performance in the challenge, and Dakota specifically for her runway presentation.
Yeah.
And then just said that Danny was the winner, because I don't think that team needed any critiques. Like maybe Pixie could get some critiques on how to like tweak her energy a little bit. But Danny and Cheddar are just such stars. They don't need any extra direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's always interesting when they pick and choose when some girls are going to get critiques for their high marks, and then some are just going to be automatically named as the top and sent to the back.
Because that's the thing is like sometimes if it's like if we're just here to praise, is that the point of the critiques? Because like also shouldn't the girls who need constructive criticism be getting it right now instead of
Right.
being safe or just not going to be like getting that? Like I don't know.
Yeah, no, I feel that. And this is kind of, I think, where everything starts to fall apart for Baby, because Rue asks what she wants to accomplish by being there, which is an odd question that Rue has never really asked anyone before. And Baby says that she wants to learn and get better and be a better drag queen, to which Rue says, well, this is in a school. And I feel like that throws Baby for a loop.
Yeah. Especially because nowadays it is.
It is. It's totally a school. The winner is Danny, and Pixie is kind of plucked about the whole thing.
Pixie plucked.
Pixie plucked. And our bottom two is Sminty and Baby. And I think that Sminty knew that she was cooked. I think she was hoping that she was going to go against LaPhil because she thought maybe she had a chance to beat LaPhil. But then as soon as I said Baby, her whole face went, it's over.
Yeah.
I don't think she tried that hard. The song is Respectable, which was a great song.
This song's a bop. I was not familiar with the song prior to Drag Race. This song's a bop.
Her crying and twerking on her way out was hilarious.
Never gonna be respectable. No, 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 no.
I kind of love that Baby stripped for that.
It made sense for the song, I
Yeah.
thought, but also no, she went for it.
Totally. They were both very fun. Baby ate and chewed, though.
Yeah.
Sminty's out, and we move to Lairy Poppins the Rusical. This was so fun, can I say? Mixing Mary Poppins with Beetlejuice was nuts, but worked.
But somehow it worked.
It worked.
Well, and also like I do feel like their best musicals are when they more so do a direct
Mm-hmm.
than like a Farmer Rusical kind of tea where it's
Fuck
like
Farmer Rusical.
they're just trying to like do a concept or something,
Right.
Go high concept with it. Like these have been the more recent successful, like Moulin Rouge, the Wig Loose, like
Rats was really fun, too.
yeah,
I felt.
Sound of Rusic, like all that, like I think that more sort of direct parody gives them more to work with, and I feel like that's also, this is like really their niche is like a direct parody that also infuses other things, like what you're saying, like with the Beetlejuice, because with the most recent one,
The Wizard of Oz one, where they incorporated, what was it?
It was like The Wizard of Oz, The Wiz, but then it was also that, it was the one where it was,
I really need this job.
It was all of that too, yeah.
Sorry, hold on. I'm getting my live reporter. I'm calling my partner. We're going to see if he picks up.
Boots on ground.
Hi, hello. You're on the podcast. What is the musical? The I really need this job. Oh God, I need this job. What is that musical?
A chorus line.
Chorus line. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Wizard of Oz means chorus line, because that's what it was. Literally chorus line set up.
It was camp.
It was so good.
It was Lee Bowery. Sorry.
What you do is camp.
Girl, it was Lee Bowery.
Season 3 also has some of the worst brain rot for me, because the amount of times that I have
totally.
said, I'm out of here, where's my pocketbook, is crazy.
Oh my God, please. No, it's true though. That season is like so much of it takes up so much of my brain because I've watched it so many times.
Yeah.
But the things that happen in that season are like so iconic and crazy.
But you know what? The contestants are having that brain rot too, because season 17, they were referencing stuff left and right from old seasons. Even Jules was like, have your moment because you're not going to have many more, referencing Aquaria. Like, we're in the age of the brain rot. This week's mini challenge is the reading, which I thought was odd because next week is Snatch Game. So I don't know why they just didn't hold it off for 1 week.
Right.
You know? I did write a couple of these down because I thought there were some really fun ones. Baby says that Pixie has the best tits in drag right next to Danny out of drag. Which was evil. And then
Hateful.
this one was also hateful. It was really hateful. Danny says that it's really nice that Drag Race has embraced trans icons and now they can embrace trans mediocrity.
Okay, the reads for Dakota were actually so scathing because it was that, and then it was like legs as long as you make conversations feel. That is actually devastating. I'm sorry.
I would end my career.
Yeah.
Be like, you know what? I don't need this anymore. Well, it looks like it's back to retail for me. Holy smokes. Pixie won that mini challenge, but I really feel like it could have been somebody else. I don't really remember any of Pixie's reads, but overall it was okay. Like
Yeah.
the whole.
I feel like it was kind of feeding the Danny versus Pixie beast. Personally.
Totally. Even though like Danny was unaffected by it, I feel like it
Right.
was sort of
Just
just like,
like,
here,
okay.
let's gas you up, Pixie. But Danny's like, I'm not paying attention, Kyle.
I'm good, guy.
I'm good, Kyle. Also, I don't remember if it was this one or the next week, but Rue brings back Gettles. Because Rue has been not saying Gettles at all, but it was either this week or next. She starts saying it again. I noticed
giving
that.
Gettles.
It's giving Gettles. The Maxi is a live singing Rusical, which I hate that it's live singing. I hate it.
I prefer, if it's going to be their voices, record,
Yes.
mix and master, lip sync to yourself.
Yes, please. Dakota is stressed because she does not want to do the twins. She thinks she's being too typecast.
She's never seen a musical. No, she's
She
never seen Mary
hates
Poppins.
musicals.
She hates musicals, and she's never seen Mary Poppins, so she doesn't know the source material. Diva down.
I normally don't like talking about any of the rehearsal parts because it's so boring. But I loved Danny specifically in the rehearsals with that hot guy. How she's like, I think he's looking at me like he wants something. And then when they're doing all their rehearsals and he's kind of getting on her, and she goes, you know what? I liked you a lot better on the telly.
See, Danny's one of those people where it's like you make the boring parts of the show entertaining.
So
And
entertaining.
it's like, that's what I need. That's what
Yeah.
I'm here for. I need that Nicole Page Brooks.
Yes.
I need that
NPB
NPBFAG fantasy, honey.
So what did you think about this Rusical overall?
I thought it was cute.
Mhm.
I honestly thought, like, in terms of quality, like, yes, the bottoms were not great, but
Mhm.
I think it also just as easily could have been a top 2, like, lip sync for the win kind of
Totally.
vibe, to highlight, like, the stronger performers.
Mhm.
I also like that the night in general felt like a celebration of musical theater.
Yeah.
With like this, Rusical, and then even the end kind of being tongue in cheek and like referencing like the idea of parodying musicals,
Mhm.
and then they went into the West End Runway.
Yeah.
It felt like a nice like perfect Drag Race level of like tribute and like slagging off.
Totally. I agree with you that this easily could have been just a top 2 lip sync for the win because everyone was really good in the musical.
And I think it would have been a great continuation. I mean, granted, I think Cheddar would have been a great top 2,
Mhm.
but it could have been a great continuation of the storyline that they're having with having Danny and Pixie top 2
Yeah.
and lip sync for the win.
1000% because I mean Pixie killed it on the runway, Danny killed it on the runway, and they were both really good in their respective roles.
Yeah, and it's like, while they did get the main characters, I think there's also so much that could have gone south with them.
Totally.
Because those were both pretty hard characters.
Extremely. Because you're not only doing Danny being the Mary Poppins character and Pixie being the Dick Van Dyke character.
Yeah.
Bert. They're also these parodies on Beetlejuice as well.
And also trying to be just like yourself and funny and like your own thing.
Mhm.
Like a lot. It's a lot.
Be you, but don't be you. Give us less, but more.
Tell us how your dad died.
I thought that Cheddar was crazy in this one too. That French cockroach.
So I was wondering when I was watching, I was like, so is she like when they go and it's the animated and it's the penguins? Like instead of penguins, it's
Cockroach. But then it was kind of like Lumiere as well. Because it was very be our guest.
Yeah. She was a cunty cockroach.
Yeah.
She was a fab cunty glam cockroach. I loved how Alison Hammond was just on board for it all.
All of it.
And every weird like turn it took, she just was like, oh, yes.
It was such a good time. I loved this Rusical. I forgot how good it was. And this is where I remember the season being good. It like kind of starts here and then it just keeps getting better.
Turns the beat around for you.
It does. So what do you think about the West End Wonders runway?
First of all, I had a Berenstein Bears moment. I thought it was West End Wendy's.
That was the Rusical that they did in UK versus the World Season 1. West End Wendy's.
Whoa.
And Pangina did that crazy ass Annie with all the missing teeth.
I mean, she wasn't here, so this runway's obviously subpar.
It's cooked.
I actually really love this runway.
Yeah.
I have like several highlights.
Let's just do them all then.
Okay.
So we start out with a Pixie doing Tracy Turnblad. I fucking love this.
Link,
I love it so much because
sorry. Have you seen the TikTok where it's the person that has like the Barbie and it looks like Edna and they're like Link.
Yes, I have.
Link,
I have seen those.
Ready. It's like I hate it, but oh god. Anyways,
that same person I think has done a bunch of Wendy Ho music video. Have you seen those?
No.
They've done a bunch of Wendy Ho music video recreations, and there's one where it's like Tracy and Edna are just like boogieing to this terrible song about like don't put it up my butt, I had KFC or something, and it's the craziest thing.
Oh god.
But yeah, I loved this so much, and I love that it is a practically perfect 1-for-1 of the Broadway.
Yeah, with the blonde streak.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very specific version of the Tracy beyond like the movie Tracy.
Right.
Well, the newer movie Tracy, because the OG movie Tracy has the blonde, and then like the musical has the blonde.
Yeah. In the original John Waters, I feel like she just has a streak like right down the middle or something. Like it's almost very like skunk-like.
Yeah.
And then in the Broadway, it's like streaky. It's everywhere on the bump it, but not on the bangs. And I think in the movie, it's mostly on the bangs, right?
I think so. Well, it's so subtle in the movie.
Yeah.
The lightning of her hair. I feel like the newer movie is more so about the volume.
Totally.
And the older movie, it does have more focus to like the lightning because there's not as much volume in the original in the movie. I feel like the musical is the marriage of like extreme volume and extreme like the blonde as well.
Totally.
And then also that checkerboard dress, very specific.
That was a very specific dress that they did that they altered very heavily for the movie, but still looked good.
Yeah.
I loved her. She was my favorite.
But no, it was great. Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
John Purse is doing Singing in the Rain, which I don't think I've ever actually heard much of the Singing in the Rain album. But you come from musical theater family, so I'm sure you
don't know much about Singing in the Rain either.
That's totally fine. I thought she looked nice.
I know that Glee episode where they do Singing in the Rain and Umbrella by Rihanna.
Oh, that's sad that I know that.
I've never even watched Glee, and I know that medley.
I know that clip. Yeah.
It somehow feels gay, but it's so straight at the same time.
Completely.
It's incredibly straight, but it feels like it should be gay. Not this runway. That clip. This runway is very gay.
This one
by
is.
Gay people for gay people. Jomber's blonde.
This is maybe the most fashionable she's been all season, and that's
the train.
Something. You're so right. You're cooked with the train.
No, because I think her fashion, like for her, I think there's a lot of excess.
Yes.
And I think that it's about channeling the excess in the right ways for her.
Right. I feel that. Black Peppa is doing Lion King.
Love.
It's so fun, but I wrote in my notes, Rue Animal by Coco.
By Coco.
I heard Audrey, whatever her name is, not Audrey, Aubrey O'Day. I heard her going, I thought I was watching a production of The Lion King or something. And Michelle just going,
Please. I feel like there is though something very like inherently fashion about the actual Lion King on Broadway, like
Totally.
where they're all in these like puppet headpiece moments with like like fashion that like
Couture.
looks like the animal. Like
Yeah.
I feel like this was a very clever interpretation to be like, yeah, giant lion headpiece and like cunty like animalist rue animal
Yeah.
like
It's
body piece.
so good. Is she barefoot too?
I can know she might be, and she has a little like I don't know what they're called, but the little like ankle cuffs that
Oh,
are
yeah,
like the
The whoosh whoosh whoosh.
the whoosh whoosh whoosh.
Yeah, she looks cool. Dakota's doing funny girl, which is maybe like the most low key look that she could have done, but it's so
Yeah.
Dakota.
Yeah, it's a classic Barbara Streisand look, which I love me some Babs, so I do love it for that reason. And I actually do really like Funny Girl.
Do you?
I do. It's got My Man as like the one of the finale songs, which is like such a good song. It's a very intense like belting ballad that she sings at the end.
Oh,
and I
okay.
think if it ever is a Drag Race lip sync, it would be a fantastic Drag Race lip sync.
Broadway numbers often are.
I was conjecturing with my friend who is a Barbara Streisand fan. This will mean nothing to you, but for all of my Barbara, I know you're listening. For all my Barbara Streisand fans, I was saying if there was a Barbara Streisand like lip sync for The Crown where it's 3 songs, like kind of like how they've had it for Janet and stuff, it would be "Don't Rain on My Parade."
Yes.
It would be a song called "Gotta Move," which is
Okay.
a more contemporary song she did outside of musical theater. And then I think the lip sync for The Crown would be "My Man." I'll have to play it for you later. It's a moment.
Yeah.
But I love this like the everyone's bumping up their hair now. I love the hair. I love the stole.
Yeah. She looks
That
fierce.
color orange on her, but it is super simple, I will say.
In comparison to everyone else here, it's very low key. Cheddar's doing Hedwig and the Angry Inch. This musical had its hand on the throat of everyone for a while.
It
and
does.
I've never heard anyone talk about Hedwig after that year that it really blew up.
Yeah. I need to give it a chance. It makes me think of Neil Patrick Harris, and I'm like,
Ugh.
Sorry.
Ew, Danny. David. Ew, David.
Ew, Danny.
Ew.
Ew. Ew.
Although NPH got way better in his presentation after a series of unfortunate events, something about that show changed him. Because every time I've seen him after that moment in his career, I've enjoyed him. Literally. It was probably getting put in drag by Willem. Something unlocked. And he just got better. I don't know. I can't explain it. LaPhil is doing The King and I, which I also don't really have a lot of reference for, but I thought LaPhil looked so good.
I love this, yeah. I know a little bit about The King. I watched a lot when I was a kid for some reason. We had on DVD. It's interesting. I didn't understand all of the like cultural nuance of it as a youth. It's a very interesting piece of media.
Jake's talked about it.
But this look is beyond cunt, and
It's so
he turned it out. It's probably my favorite LaPhil runway this season.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
say. Because like I love how beyond just like what he's wearing, he carries it through like the face and the makeup and the styling. Like he's jeweled out, glitzed and glammed. I love it.
Also, I don't know if you noticed it and clocked it, but the judges, when talking about LaPhil, have been using he pronouns.
A rare moment of
inclusivity that I did not clock back then. I didn't even realize that they were doing it.
Wow.
But now that I have an awareness that LaPhil has said I use he, him pronouns in drag, and now hearing back, I'm like, huh.
Embracing genderqueer mediocrity.
Yeah. LaPhil just clicked out of the podcast.
Oh, we love you, LaPhil.
He said bye. I really think, okay, this is an unpopular opinion for a future season. I think that LaPhil could have made like top 5 in Canada versus the world.
I'm honestly like, can we just have like a separate kind of all-stars where it is like, doesn't matter how many times you've been on, like different than there's like an all-star specifically for the girls who have never been on anything again. Like this is their second chance.
Yeah.
And then we have another all-stars for maybe people who have already done the 2 runs or the 3 runs.
Yeah.
And I need people like LaFille to keep going until they win.
Like a pageant.
Because she's just that kind of girl where she, like, there, you can see, like, tangible, like, oh, like, he's understanding, like, because it's not about, like, they're a better drag queen, like, but I feel like they tailor their package to Drag Race better.
Totally.
And it's like something can be said about maybe like harnessing certain skills to amplify them for Drag Race coming back. But I just feel like you can tell like when he came back the second time that like he was like more prepared for the competition and like like really knew what to do a little bit more. So I feel like if he came back a third time, he'd go even farther. And then if he came back a fourth time, you know,
like a Scarlet,
you know, if we can come back 17 times, then like let's go for it. Let's go.
Let's get a stage where
Drag
it's like
Race
a pageant.
Games.
Oh my God,
Drag
yes.
Race All-Stars Games.
I would be here for that, actually. Yeah. Well, I've told you my concept that I would love to see would be like everybody comes in, all like the best seamstresses for a one episode situation, and then all the best Snatch Gamers come in for a Snatch Game episode, and then whoever wins each one of those all go to a lip sync smackdown at the end of the competition. I think that would be really fun to see.
Yeah, sewing, or just like a specific trade. Sewing, singing, acting. Do a musical with all the Broadway queens.
Yeah.
Like,
bring them from all over the globe.
Yes.
Huge pageantry moment.
Yes.
We have Baby doing And Juliet, which is another very simple look, but it's so effective.
It's very simple. She said it's because it was the first time a Black Juliet was on the West End, so she wanted to celebrate that. I don't know anything about And Juliet. I don't know about Romeo and Juliet. I don't know why it's like denim and satin.
I don't know what Shakespeare. I don't know what that is.
I don't know about Romeo and Juliet. I don't know about Romeo and Michelle. I don't know about any of it. It's a fine look. It's giving me like if there was a blue suit of cards in Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, I totally see that.
Because it's very like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. But then the denim up top throws me off. The denim transitioning into like the satin kind of like.
Where it's literally just the top of overalls like, that have been sewn on to the pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it might be a reference. I know nothing.
I know nothing either.
I don't know about that Juliet shit.
It is very simple of a look. I think it's cool though. Before we move on, what you said, another Realness of Fortune ball category, Romy and Michelle Visage.
That way, okay.
That would
it's like the dress, like the reunion dress, but then with like the Michelle Visage boobs and then like a diva necklace
and the star
and the black hair.
Yeah,
let's go.
Let's go. Then we have Danny Beard in one of the coolest fucking looks that has ever been on Drag Race UK ever.
Yeah, this is beyond. This is over. Ding, ding, ding.
It's so good. And the puppetry of that head.
The puppetry of the head, the way that the it's almost like a mermaid with the pot being the mermaid skirt.
Yeah.
And then like the tendrils like as a back piece essentially. And
it being 100 feet tall.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's so extra. Such a production.
It's gratuitous. It's excessive gratuity.
And I love that.
I'm obsessed. It's everything. Like, this is the runway of the Drag Race UK franchise, in my opinion. It's so good. I can't think of anybody else that's more iconic than this that we've perceived up until now. You know? Except maybe one of the horror runway looks from the Monster Mash.
Oh.
The Monster Mash was pretty fun, too.
The Monster Mash. Except for, of course, Gothy Kendall.
Rawr. Then we go to the little mini Untucked, and Baby is going through it.
Diva down, for real.
Diva down. And she mentions that she's got anxiety and she's having a really hard time getting past it. And I know she's mentioned that there's been other things like little moments of production that were happening backstage that she was panicking about.
Yeah.
But I can't remember if she went into full detail about what those were or if she was just trying to be respectful and not air it out.
Out of respect for Ben.
Yeah. Out of respect for Dela, I will not share the backstage tea. I just am always so curious when these girls really start going through it because ISIS, in a couple of months from now, filming wise, has the exact same problem up in Canada versus the world, where ISIS is saying, I have, mental health that I'm struggling with and I just have to go. But then in interviews is saying there was a lot of stuff happening production wise that I wasn't comfortable with and it was throwing me off. So I'm like, okay, two things can exist at once. Your mental health could be not doing great in this situation. And there's also shenanigans happening that is doubly throwing you off. So what was contributing that sent you to that spiral so bad?
Well,
You
it's
know?
kind of like when all the Miss USAs last year were stepping down at the same time. Do you remember that?
Kinda.
It was like Miss USA and Miss Teen USA both like stepped down within like a week of each other or something. I was like, so what's going on?
Right.
Is everything okay over there?
Right. It's concerning. It's very concerning. The winner is Danny Beard of this challenge, and our bottom two is Baby and Dakota. And if you remember, this is one of my top 10 favorite
This
lip
is
syncs.
a very important, very iconic, very central to life lip sync.
It's so good. The song is No Way. And Dakota hits that beat when it does the da-da-da-da, baby, and then points
Yeah.
right at her. Oh. And then the Ginny Lemon fake out, flashing to
Yeah.
Michelle going, oh, she's done. Just kidding. I'm still here.
Yeah.
Oh,
And gets like the whole room laughing with it.
yeah.
Too.
Both of them were hitting all of the beats.
Yeah.
It
They
was
both ate
good.
it. Yeah. It was fun because it was two very different types. Like, ironically, Dakota's was a lot more theatrical.
Ironically, right?
And Baby's was a lot more like classic, like turn it out, like serve.
Mhm.
But they both gave such great performances, just different flavors.
Yeah.
It was a great lip sync.
Great lip sync. And then to slay one and then do an I nominate myself is so puss.
Can I say something really quick? RuPaul was probably like, "Bitch, what the fuck are you about to say?" No.
No, you can't say nothing. Sit down. I have a spicy question for you. Who do you think would have won if Baby had not left?
I think because they were over Baby,
Mm,
they would have sent home Baby if it hadn't been a double save.
I thought that it could have been a double save.
I think it definitely could have been a double save.
Yeah.
Or they would have been like, "Hey, Baby, fuck you. This is not school.
Right.
Go back to school, little baby.
Little baby.
Why don't you go read a book, Serena Cha Cha?"
I read books, guys. Yeah, I thought it could have been either a double save or just Baby goes home because they weren't feeling her anymore.
Not because Baby did bad in
No.
the lip sync. She turned it, but it very much was feeling like the temperature towards her was,
They were ready.
yeah.
They had moved
She was
on.
in the back seat, and they had all the fans in the front seat, towards
Totally.
the driver and passenger. It was like her sweat back there, windows rolled up.
I wonder if they would have pulled a double somewhere or if they would have just like swung in another episode somehow. I do wonder.
Right.
But that truly felt like the double save moment because they did a couple doubles last season.
Well, and like beyond the double, I feel like it should have just been like, I mean, a save of like no one goes home, top two lip sync for the win.
Yeah, I agree. And then our last episode we're covering today is the Snatch Game, where
This old thing.
this old thing, it's a little rough. The intro was hilarious because they are going through it about Baby. And Danny is looking camp as hell during this emotional moment. They're all like, I'm just so
Absolutely
sad about
crazy.
Baby. And she looks nuts.
Somewhere between like a drug trip and like a children's like play show character.
A panto dame.
Yeah.
It's so
Panto
crazy.
Dame Doodle Bop drug trip.
And we move into the Snatch Game where Ruth feels like John Burrs should do this fucking St. Patty Lucky Charms bullshit. When John Burrs had an entire different character setup, this was very, what was her name? Scarlett? When she was like, you look like this person. Maybe you should do Macaulay Culkin. You sound Irish, so you should do someone Irish.
And it's like, okay, I thought we hated made-up characters, but
Yes.
I guess that RuPaul makes the rules. And she looked at her and she's like, hey, you know St. Patrick? What if you were her but diva?
It's insane. This is psychotic. And it wasn't funny.
I mean, like, her performance of it reflected about as much thought as RuPaul's suggestion of it.
Completely. In the same way that Scarlett's did, where all she kept doing was the face and the fake scream.
T.
And the judge was like, oh my God, it was so good. Was it? I don't think it was. I think it was boot nasty. I think it was just on the dossier that she was high because Rue liked it.
And also, it's like, she did what Mother asked. Good work.
I on one hand, it's like, yes, you need to listen to Rue. That's how you win the show. But at the same token, I'm like, I hate that shit.
But it's also like, I understand your concerns, but I don't share the same concerns.
Fully that. Thank you, Gigi Good, for that sound bite. So let's talk about these really quick. Just any highlights you have. Cheddar was doing Queen Elizabeth. I thought the giggling at herself was funny. It felt very of the time. And the blacked out teeth were crazy.
The blacked out teeth were crazy. We got a reference to Rosé's Mary Queen of Scots.
Yes, we did.
I think it was a good opportunity for Cheddar to be a little more like exactly that. Yeah, she got to be a little more than we usually see her.
Yeah,
And I think that was good for her.
I agree. LaPhil is doing Marie Kondo. Again, the grip that this woman had on society for a while
Right.
that nobody talks about anymore. I thought elements of it were funny, but Rue kind of just decided that she didn't want to laugh at it.
I think elements of it are funny, and I think she could have made it bigger. Because I'm pretty sure, like, because Marie Kondo's whole thing is about, like, getting rid of, like, old shit, right?
Right.
Because it's the whole thing, like, thank them for what, like, thank the item for what it did for you, and then let it go.
Right.
I feel like it would have been funny if she's like, you know, RuPaul, like, there's a lot of things that are weighing you down. You need to let it go. Like, Michelle Visage, thank it for what it did for you, and let it go. Like, so that kind of shit. But I don't know. It needed a little more direction.
Right.
One
Just a slight
direction.
fine tune.
A Harry, a Louis.
Danny was Cilla Black, which I thought the flippers were so funny. And in my opinion, this was probably very funny. Even the guest judges, the little panelists, they seemed like they wanted to laugh, but then would see that Rue wasn't and would stop themselves.
Yeah, they were doing weird, like, no, this isn't funny. No, this isn't funny. And it was also interesting because Danny was having a bit of a crisis.
Yeah.
Because she didn't know who to pick between Scylla and the other bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And she was kind of getting the good advice of, well, whoever you pick, just be in it and be funny with them. It's less about who you pick and that you're committed and doing your best and not in your head. And I thought that she was doing good, but I feel like you could tell that, like, she didn't seem to be getting energy, and that was kind of killing her energy.
Yeah. And, like, she started out super strong, and like you said, Rue wasn't really giving her anything back, so she had nothing to feed back into.
Yeah.
So then it just spiraled into, like, Blair St. Clair writing down the, oh, well, she's so funny. Oh, no, it was Max, wasn't it? Oh, Ellen's so funny because she does this, but she doesn't have any of those. Yeah, that's why it's funny. Like, it just became a nothing burger at a certain point.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like that was Danny's fault. I feel like in improv, if your partner is giving you quite literally zilch, what are you supposed to do? You can't keep feeding back into nothing if you're getting nothing.
Well, it's kind of like, well, I don't know, you know, I wasn't there, but some of the All-Stars queens were talking about their experience with RuPaul. With his most recent Snatch Game, it was like, for the faves, it would be like they'd be volleying, they'd be asking more leading questions. With the other ones, it's like, ask questions like, okay, anyways.
The same thing happened in 17 when Rue would go to Lana. Rue would immediately be like, all right, I guess we have to go over to... Who is she playing again? Rosa Parks? I guess we have to talk to Rosa Parks now. What do you got to say? All right, well, can we move on from that? Let's go somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm not going to try and play.
Girl, what happened to your window?
Oh, the heat melted my jelly.
Oh, it looked like like a ghost like jizzed on your window.
Well, that is kind of. Oh, it looks worse. Yeah. So for those who are wondering at home what happened, I had those little like window decals, the little like jelly ones, and I stuck under my window and that got hot, and they melted
and slid down the side.
And yeah, like toasted marshmallow.
It literally
And
looks like ghost cum. I had such a squirrel moment just now because I saw in the corner of my eye something shining, bubbling. And I looked over and just saw all of these like nasty, because they're white too. It's like nasty cum on a mirror. And
the whole hallway smells like cum.
Then we have Pixie as Dame Shirley Bassey, which this was quite a scandal in the workroom because Dame Shirley Bassey is not white. And this was a conversation that I'm surprised that Rue even brought up, first off, because I feel like Rue doesn't normally bring those types of things up.
Yeah.
But she did. I guess like I am not immersed in the culture enough to know if she did a good job at impersonating without being disrespectful.
Yeah.
I feel like nothing about her presentation was like trying to look like a black person, which I appreciate that she was just sort of trying to embody the energy. I don't personally have any problems with someone picking a character that is not their race if they don't try any facial tricks to like look like them or change their makeup or anything.
Yeah, if you're not trying to look like them or you're not using anything from, well, it's tricky because like as long as you're not dipping into like the culture that like doesn't belong to you and trying to like use that as like a comedy tool, because then that is a little like tricky. But like if you're just like doing a diva and playing a diva and kind of doing a generic diva, because like I feel like her performance could have been a ton of people.
It could have been anybody, yeah.
Exactly. So then I'm like, okay, well I feel like okay. But then I don't know the works of Miss Shirley Bassey. Right. So then again, why didn't she just do a different diva?
Right. She could have done this on anybody.
Well, she could have just picked some Hollywood dame and been like, I'm doing her.
Yeah. Alan in the critiques did say that she looked like a dowdy Welsh housewife. So like she really could have just done anybody.
So hateful.
It was very hateful. Dakota did Pete Burns, which we just saw Lydia do. And this was 1,000 times funnier.
I loved it. It was a lot faster, I thought.
Yeah. I loved her line where she said, saw Michelle's Vogue routine. It was insincere to the point of nausea. Wouldn't piss on her if she burst into flames.
Crazy.
I paused and laughed. It was so funny. Insincere to the point of nausea. God damn, that's funny.
And it was very like off the cuff.
Yeah.
Like feeling like she's just like rattling off like, blah, 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 blah. Like it felt very that and I loved it.
She was so studied. I lived. And then Black Peppa's Lil Nas X. Someone else did this character, I feel like, recently, didn't they?
Did he? Well, because I was going to say it was giving very Molly Poppins doing Orville.
Oh, no.
Where it's like we're doing a gay country person and we're just being like weirdly kind of like sexual and like
but then not doing anything.
They said something. Oh no, they shared an anecdote about drinking water for the first time. And they're like, this is amazing. And like it made me laugh like that because I'm like, wait, what? Like they shared this like earnest, like they had water and they loved it.
Yeah. It was kind of like Tammy Brown energy where it was like, wait, what? Why?
He also like,
why?
He did look good.
Yeah. Looked great.
Like the season was seasoning.
Totally. It was just unfunny.
It was not funny at all. It was so surreal.
You know what else is surreal? St. Patty.
St. Patricia.
St. Patricia. Like, it made Rue laugh.
I'm not laughing.
I wasn't laughing.
I mean, I'm laughing because
maybe it's the smell. It just kind of bothers me a little bit.
It also, like, I don't know, because I also felt bad for her.
Yeah.
Because I felt like she was trying her best felt like she was at gunpoint, like, do St. Patrick's, sister.
Be the Lucky Charms guy. And it was just like, I don't know. I felt like it was low-key a little problematic to be like, you have a silly accent. Do something that sounds like you. It doesn't need to be anybody in particular. I don't really care what you're doing.
Just pick something Irish.
Right.
Irish, Scottish. Wait, which one are you?
Right. Very whatever that is.
Yeah.
Just do it.
You're the ones that like green, right? Yeah, do that.
Do the green one.
Luck of the Irish. Something lucky.
It was a little problematic to me, but I mean, she did the best that she could with the material that was given to her. I didn't really think anybody was super memorable except for Dakota and Cheddar, but I don't really remember giggling much at anybody else. Like, it was just overall kind of like, okay, that happened.
It was a chuckler.
Yeah.
It was a low-key chuckler.
A low-key. And the runway category is Tickled Pink, which I think this would have been airing probably around the same time as Drag Race Philippines Season 1, which did Pink Pack Boom.
Wow.
Another double concept, back to back.
Love Pink.
Love Pink. Mel B is a guest judge this week.
Diva.
More Drag Race brainwash, Jessie, because the first thing she showed up, all I could hear was, she wasn't even rude. When she was talking about Violet, who struggles at being a bitch. She wasn't even rude.
Okay, that's a great question. Who else has been a multi-franchise guest judge?
Oh, right.
Because she judged on, like, beyond, like, obviously, like, RuPaul Michelle.
Graham.
Because,
Graham
yeah.
was on 14 or something, right?
And was Alan Carr ever on US?
I don't think so.
Because I'm like, who else? Because that is such an interesting crossover.
Isn't it? I feel like a couple of the UK judges have been in the US, but I don't know if I could name them right off the top of my head. But I know that a couple of them have.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I would love to see, what was his name? Andrew Garfield? I would love to see him on US. He was great in season 1.
I'd love to see him anywhere.
Anywhere. Did you have any standouts from this pink runway?
Hmm.
Because, I mean, mine was Cheddar Down doing a commentary on homosexuality with the pink triangle.
That is tea. I would say, yeah, probably Cheddar, because also, like, we've seen looks acknowledging the pink triangle, but hers is the most conceptual, most cool.
Totally.
I hate to say it, but it's giving We Are the Girls of Dragometry.
We are the girls of Dragometry.
But like
rectangle girls of the world.
But it's giving like they took a turn to like social activism. You know?
Completely. During critiques.
Social equality is what we bring.
Michelle says during this critique that she's like, and we love when people bring culture to the runway. And I thought, do you?
Are you sure?
Are you sure that you like when people bring culture to the runway? Because we've had it a couple times already.
Just not in the talent show.
Just not in the talent show when it's Gina or when it's Raja. But here we love culture.
Yeah.
Love
or when
culture.
they're trying to make it funny on their terms.
Right.
I actually also honestly thought Dakota's was quite gorgeous and cunty, even though it was very simple.
Dakota says that this is Valentino. It's beautiful.
Valentino.
Your pink is beautiful. I also loved Pixie Polite.
The Drag Race redo.
Yeah, the promo photo. I thought it was really, really fun.
I mean, pretty iconic imagery.
Yeah.
She did it well. She wore it well.
You wear it
Liked
well.
the helmet.
Yeah, there were... Say it again.
I'm going to portraying 2 black women in one night. Wow.
Pixie just unsubscribed from the tier 3 Patreon that we don't have. Damn, you know what? You chewed just now. You just chewed. I think a lot of the other ones were really simple, especially after Pink Pack Boom, which I really feel like ate. We had such good looks from, I know you didn't like it, but I love Brigading. We had that really fun look from Marina.
Yeah.
There were
a
some
lot
good
of
looks.
turns.
Yeah. Silhouette looking kunt.
In blonde.
In blonde. Silhouette.
In
blonde. And Dakota and Danny are called as the Save Queens, which I feel like they both could have gotten critiques. Easy. Just done a top and bottom 7.
Totally. Well, and it's funny because Dakota would have been like safe high,
Totally.
and Danny would have been safe low.
Totally.
And I think that would have been good for both of them to get those critiques.
Mm-hmm. And if we did a double save last week and then did a double elim this week, I almost wonder like who would have been the two that would have gone home, because I feel like the Snatch Game would have been the double elim, and it would have probably been Dakota. Well, I don't know. It probably would have been LaPhil. Obviously, would have been the first one out, and then I wonder if they would have sacrificed Peppa, or if it would have been Baby, like Baby and LaPhil, as the two that went home, and it was just a triple lip sync with LaPhil, Dakota. I don't know. I keep saying Dakota, Black Peppa, and Baby.
Wow.
You know,
It would have been crazy.
the song is "Stop" by Spice Girls, and I felt like this was kind of a weird lip sync. And what I especially did not understand, why did LaPhil take his shoes off?
Okay. This song, okay.
Okay, tell me.
It was odd. The song is like a very mid-tempo, like
Yeah.
upbeat, kind of like rom-com-y. Like we have Black Peppa rolling around the stage like
Yeah.
a tumbleweed. And then we have LaPhil excitedly sitting on the front of the stage like a toddler and taking his... It's like he's taking his boots off in the mudroom.
Yeah,
Like he just
Totally.
came in from playing and he's like, I'll be right there. Like, cause like dinner's ready. And it's like, he's got to take off his like muddy boots to go eat like Chef Boyardee in kitchen with Mummy.
but then like shakes them out, and there was
Flowers?
confetti or something.
Flower petals?
Yeah,
Confetti?
something.
I don't know. Yeah. Or it's like, so what? You're just standing on all that? That was just in your shoe?
Well, for what? For the lip sync?
So I was like, that confetti just smells like feet. RuPaul was looking at it like, hello? What is this?
Why wouldn't you just put confetti in your bra like anybody else?
She was watching it like she just like spit on the runway. She was so like mildly offended.
I was mildly offended. I did not get it at all.
Well, because then she just turned it barefoot after that, which was like, okay,
Right.
you're a petite woman. You better take those heels off and just stand like up to like Black Peppa's hip.
You better be a 4'1" petite woman with no shoes on, looking like a gremlin up here, dancing barefoot.
Squirping like a chirping like a bird.
And LaPhil is unfortunately out with Peppa in. I feel like everything these last 3 episodes have kind of made sense. Besides, like, I don't know if necessarily some people needed to be safe. Like, some could have gotten critiques over others. Like in the group challenge, the improv, I think that they could have had just the high group be announced, and then the safe girls could have gotten some critiques. And then this week, I feel like it could have been all 7 could have gotten critiqued.
I get that.
That's like really my only thing, but I feel like all these episodes have been really just. The endings have made sense to me,
Yeah.
and I don't really have any controversial takes about this run.
I mean, yeah, I don't really have any controversial takes either, other than I kind of already said I think the musical should have been a top 2.
Yeah.
No bottoms. But no, this is a good stretch of episodes. We get a lot of iconic moments. We get the Sminty twerk. We get the baby self elim.
I nominate myself.
Yeah, there's a lot of good moments, and I think this is definitely where the season finds its stride.
Yeah.
We're in the great moments where like Dakota's kind of a main character, and it's like
Only to be sniped out right next week, right?
I can't believe it's happening so soon. Like that's sis.
I
That's
think
my
we
good sis.
start off our next segment with Dakota going home, which sets off a weird energy for the rest of the season.
Yeah, a dark cloud
Mhm.
approaches.
Because
The
John Burrs is
Grim.
still there. Sorry, John Burrs. I know you're listening.
Jombers is in tears.
I just can't. I feel like John Burrs has some good redemptive moments in these last 3 episodes, but just, I could not believe it. And I still can't. But the season I think is picking up. And I'm excited to finish this season off next week. Any final thoughts about these 3 episodes? Rectangle girls of the world. Thank you all so much for listening. We will complete Drag Race UK Season 4 next week. Remember, you're doing a great job. You're doing the best you can, and that is all that you can do. Goodbye.
Bye.